At this time, it's my honor to introduce to you State Representative Josh Dobson. Josh Dobson is certainly no stranger to Farm Bureau. We work with him closely down at North Carolina General Assembly. Representative Dobson represents Avery, McDowell, and Mitchell counties. He served, I think, in his fourth term. He's in his fourth two-year term as a member of the North Carolina House of Representatives. Josh Dobson chairs the House Health Committee and the Health and Human Services Appropriation Committee. He has an extensive background in working in those areas. We know we work closely with him. Josh Dobson is a man of integrity, he's a man of character, and he has a strong work ethic. His reason for being here today, other than being a member of the House of Representatives, and we couldn't, I will say this to all of you. All of you know that 2020 is coming. And so December of 2020, if you're going to run for public office, is too late to speak at our convention. So that means this December at our convention, all the candidates that want to run for Tillis, the commissioner, Senator Tillis, anybody running for governor, anybody running for the council of state, they're going to want to speak at our convention. We can't handle all of them. We can't handle the program's not long enough, Commissioner, so we can't handle all of them. But Josh Dobson has announced that he is, all of you know that Cherie Berry, our current Commissioner of Labor, has said that she's going to step down. She is not seeking re-election. And so Josh Dobson, Representative Dobson, has announced that he's going to seek that office on a statewide basis. And so he asked to come and say hi. And so we certainly permitted that. So at this time, I present to you a friend, Representative Josh Dobson. Josh.
Wow. I want to start by saying how grateful I am, and I mentioned this when I was able to speak to you guys back in December, how grateful I am for the resource, first of all, that you all have been for me over the last 7 years. I can't tell you what a relief it's been for me to have an organization that I can go to when I have a question about legislation, how it affects farmers, the agricultural community, or the members that you and I both represent. Anytime, I'm proud to say over the last 7 years that there's been an agricultural issue, an insurance issue, and I wasn't sure about how to vote or if it was a close call for me, one of the first things that I always wanted to know is what is the position of Farm Bureau on this bill or this particular policy. And the reason that I can have that level of confidence is because I've trusted men like Larry Wooten, Jake Parker, and Paul Sherman, and my local folks that I've got to be friends with, James Nations, Wayne Miller, and Eddie Bingham, who represent Farm Bureau back home. I have that level of trust, and I trust this organization. And you guys, the people in this room, I can honestly say, over the last 7 years in the General Assembly, have never led me wrong. We've worked on a lot of legislation together over the last 7 years, and one of the things I'm most proud of, even though we haven't got it across the finish line yet, is Senate Bill 86, the Association of Health Plans bill. This bill will allow farmers, small farm-related businesses, and others to unite for a more cost-efficient option. In addition, businesses that couldn't afford coverage because of the expense could once again cover their employees. We all know that people are struggling to pay for their health care costs. In 2014, 90% of individuals eligible for subsidies purchased their health insurance through the exchange. That number dropped to 65% in 2017 and continues to decline. Senate Bill 86 would give hardworking North Carolinians another option when it comes to their health care coverage. I mentioned this bill back to you back in December of last year, and we've been working on it almost weekly since that time, and we are very close to a deal. Actually, Paul and I have a meeting with all the stakeholders this afternoon to put the finishing touches on this legislation. I'm excited about it, and I look forward to working with you guys to get this signature legislation on the governor's desk. I want to shift gears, and I'm going to finish here in just a minute. I want to shift gears slightly and talk about what keeps me up at night, talking about politics and policy in North Carolina. The gridlock in our politics. This is the first time, maybe ever, that you have a strong executive and a strong legislative branch at the same time of opposing parties. My fear is that this could lead to more gridlock and the big problems that we have to solve will not be solved. We are seeing this already in the budget stalemate. We have to quit assigning blame, and we have to find a way to work together to address these critical issues for the population that we all here in this room serve. So I know that's a lot in a short period of time, so I'll just say this. In the matter of the budget for the citizens of North Carolina, making sure we get disaster relief for our farmers right, getting an Association of Health Plans bill to the citizens that you and I represent, we don't have the luxury of failure. We have to get these things right. We owe it to the most vulnerable individuals that we serve, and we owe it to the people of North Carolina. I look forward to working with you all as we continue to try to make progress on these important matters. And I'll close with this. I want to say thank you for the opportunity to be here. And I want to say thank you for the support you've given me over the last 7 years. You know, even before, when I was running for county commissioner in McDowell County back in 2010, not too many people were eager to help a guy in his 20s run for county commissioner. But Wayne and James and Eddie and others in this room were some of my first supporters and all believed in me way back in the beginning. And as I think about my time in the General Assembly, long before I was chair of anything, certainly not health policy or chair of appropriations, you all supported me and believed in me. And as my time in the General Assembly comes to an end, and I do look to fill Cherie Berry's shoes as Commissioner of Labor, I'm grateful for the friendships that I've made and the things we've accomplished together. I don't take that for granted. So thank you for this opportunity to be here, and I look forward to continuing the important work that we have to get done together. Thank you.